To understand why Saturn is labeled the Sol Niger, that is the black sun, we must first comprehend Saturn as the sun. Not only is Saturn the sun, Saturn is also deity, planet, and star. We must fully welcome and accept this quaternary paradox of Saturn, or else brace the mind for confusion and madness. Thus, to descend to particulars, Saturn or Cronus is declared to be the sun by Macrobius and Nonnus. Bel, Kronos, Elohim and other designations are names of Saturn. Bel in the reasoning of the sacred mysteries was both Saturn and Sol. Bel is the Syrian Kronos, the name being derived from Karan, to shine. Corona, coronate, coronal, coronium, chromosphere, crown all derive from the word Kronos and are references to the solar, light or sun rays. Keb is Saturn. Kronos was mourned as the winter sun. Keb is Saturn Moloch Kronos. Bel is called, by a certain doctrine of the rite, or the priests, both Saturn and Sol, sun. He dies or sleeps in winter, in spring he renews his vigor, like Horus, Apollo, Hebol. Helios, the sun, whom they call by the appellation Dionysus, is the winter sun, Dionysus Saturn. The sun, Bel, Ammon, Keb, Seb, is both Saturn, Kronos, Typhon and Sol. Kronos is the spirit in the sun, Venus is the feminine spiritus in Luna, moon. Plutarch says all things are born from Kronos and Venus. Lua or Luna, a Roman goddess and one of the consorts of Saturn. She is also known as Lua Mater as well as Lua Saturni, Saturn's Lua. Nonetheless, our English word for the moon, Luna, derives from her name. In almost all mythology the sun and moon are always consorts. The Elohim were the priests of Saturn. Eloi is the Hebrew god, El Saturnus, the Phoenician El Kronos. Jacob is Keb, Saturn. Kebir means fire, Kebir equals the sun. They all, Kronos, Seb, Azar, Bel, Saturn, and Keb go down to Hades, hell. Likewise, Jesus Christ, being a metaphor for the sun, also descends into Hades. The harrowing of hell is referred to in the Apostles' Creed and the Athanasian Creed, which states that Jesus Christ descended into hell. Christ having descended to the underworld is alluded to in the New Testament only in 1 Peter 3:19-20, which speaks of Jesus preaching to the imprisoned spirits. Kronos is the father of Typhon and Nephthys. Consequently, he went to Hades. Kronos is a name of Keb. Sapos, as one of the names of Dionysus, who is the Dionysus Saturn in Hades. The term black sun represents the nocturnal sun of the ancients, identified with Saturn, or Kronos, and worshipped as the malevolent aspect of the dying god, like the lion-headed god of Mithraism. The sun as a serpent would sink beneath the horizon and become a fish. Dag means fish and On means sun. Dagon is therefore the nighttime serpent sun, otherwise known as the black sun in various esoteric traditions. The black sun is the symbol of the underworld. In classical representations of the zodiac, Saturn is the Sol Niger or black sun and corresponds to the winter solstice, a period of darkness and death. Saturn, after which Saturnalia was named, represented the harvest and was lord of death to the Romans. He was the dark side of the summer sun. In Chaldea, a region of southern Mesopotamia settled around 1000 BC, astrologers referred to Saturn as the son of night or the black sun of winter, who journeyed into the underworld so that spring might come again. Babylonians considered it the lord of death, the ghost of the dead sun and oldest spirit in the universe. The death of Osiris is traditionally represented as a black sun, a symbol showing the loss of light. Enki has many names: Atu, Resheph, Nergal, Pur, Nandar, Osiris, Horus, Jesus, Satan, Devil, Lucifer, Jul, Ra, Pater, the Black Sun, and many more. Alchemically, Abraham means heart of the black sun. Abraham, Ab means heart, Ra means sun and Ham means black, or the heart of the black sun. In alchemy, the image of the sun is split into the daytime orb, golden and life-giving, and the black sun, the raw material not yet transformed by the master and the symbol of his nocturnal journey through the underworld. Shamash, the sun god, does visit the underworld and becomes the black sun, which later medieval grimoire traditions called as El. In many ancient sources Saturn is called sun. Diodorus of Sicily reported that the Chaldeans called Kronos, Saturn, by the name Helios, or the sun. Hyginus also wrote that Saturn was called Sol. In Babylonian astrological texts the word Shamash, sun, was used to designate Saturn. Question: does the Sol Niger allude to the negative, unjust aspect of consciousness? Dr. von Franz: yes, the Sol Niger would be the dark shadowy aspect of consciousness. Thus the sun god in mythology often has a hidden destructive aspect. The negative aspect of the sun is especially realized in hot countries where the burning midday sun destroys all the plants. Thus the Sol Niger Saturn is the shadow of the sun without justice, which is death for the living. Black sun is a term with multiple meanings. It represents the eclipse of the day, but is also a symbol of esoteric or occult significance used in various belief systems. The split complex, Hillman continues, is just dead in the midst of brightness, which is its own eclipse, as a negative Sol Niger. The Sol Niger is the alchemical black sun, referring to a subterranean or unconscious sun that rises from out the earth and is associated with a consciousness within the darkness of the lunar feminine, as opposed to a solar, masculine consciousness. In the form of a dove, she, Sophia, descended into the water and begot Saturn, who is identical with Yahweh. Saturn, as we have already mentioned, is the other sun, the Sol Niger of alchemy. Jung's exploration was influenced by the 17th century alchemist Milius, who refers to the ancient philosophers as the source of our knowledge about Sol Niger.